Praise the Lord. Though. A friend of mine said in a song, he said, blessing sweet like bottom pot, especially when the pot don't burn. I present to you the bottom pot of the inaugural New Money Conference. These people have made money. They have managed money and they've multiplied money. So, yes, so in no particular order, we'll have you blow your trumpets in, let's say, 30 seconds. Starting from you, sir. You blow your trumpet to us, and then we go in that order, and then we shoot. Sir, I'll need your help on this one. And Nana, if you're not too busy, I'll need your help on this one. We have to do this together. So, sir, please shoot.
Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Femi Adegolu. My friends call me JD of Lagos, and I'm a blockchain founder, entrepreneur, and Bison consultant. Co-founder of Beach in Africa, and we've actually done a lot of big things in the crypto space in the past 2 years. Work with a lot of Coinbase, Tether, and the likes. And I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chinonso Gotsu Chijoke, and I'm the founder of QB Technologies, Calculate Development Limited, and Ara College. I've built an AI agent which helps people make transactions on WhatsApp, and over the years we've done millions of dollars in transaction, and I'm actually very glad to be here.
GM everyone. My name is Tim Tokwe Gideon, popular known as Crypto Pidgin Analyst. I'm the founder of Crypto Pidgin Academy and also the co-founder of Play to Learn. At Crypto Pidgin Academy, all I do is to educate you about the new money, which is blockchain, cryptocurrency in Pidgin language. So everything we're going to talk here, I know they follow them blow grammar. Now Pidgin we go use in Tarat. Why? Because now we understand what new money really be about. Why? Because now we go compete the new money. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Sorry that we tend to be the last, but my name is Venn. I'm a failure at Fabric Sphere, a failure at Bubble, and a beginner at Plutus Labs. And what we do at Plutus Labs right now is that we help businesses automate their systems with agentic AI, right? And so
Hi everyone, my name is Deborah. I'm a business analyst by profession. I have had the opportunity to work across a few sectors. Started off my career in banking, and fast forward to 2021, post-COVID, transitioned to tech, and co-founded my first startup, Afen blockchain. And what we pretty much do is specialize in private and public sector adoption of blockchain technology. And we do that by educating people as well as innovating solutions leveraging blockchain technology. Thank you.
All right, good everyone. First, I want to say a very big thank you to the organizers of this program, and also a very big thank you to my friend, Mr. James Martins. My name is Eric King, and I'm the director and the founder of Desk Exchange. We trade on cryptocurrencies. We provide blockchain solutions. Can trade all kinds of cryptocurrencies. We also have a decentralized insurance known as Crypto Insure. We also have a crypto P2P platform where you can trade your Naira to USDT. And that's what we do. We are into blockchain solutions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My name is Ola Yinka. Yinka, okay. They call me Data Bender. I'm not a founder, but I'm a data management specialist. I basically help organizations make money out of their data or make sense out of data. And just like Andy said, I've done across a number of industries and geographies. And yeah, when I'm not bending data, I help individuals, especially high net worth individuals, help them make sense of their money and put their money to work. So basically, I help you to structure your investment portfolios and just give general investment advice to people. Thank you.
Um, Good evening, everyone. My name is Kosi Sochukwu Nathaniel. I'm the Chief Errand Officer for Brydge. And what we do at Brydge is we are the implementation partner for the Africa Free Continental Agreement that allows 54 countries in Africa to trade within themselves. We are pretty much backed by the Afri-Exim Bank and the MasterCard Foundation. So we pretty much help businesses to trade amongst themselves. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, so I think we'll take a look at what we're looking at today, which is digital economy. Now, it might sound a little bit big, but in simple terms, how is that already showing up in our daily lives, from our shopping to our saving, even dating sites and all that?
Wait, please, can you repeat the question?
Digital economy. I want to know, is that already showing up in our daily lives?
Okay, so a couple of people came here today, right? And when we talk about the digital economy, it's just really like we're not using cowries or paper money, right, to interact anymore. So we almost now live in our phones. What that means is that there's a whole new world where you interact with money, with people that you might not meet or never meet. You exchange value and whatnot. So when we talk about the digital economy, we're thinking about how is this impacting us and what are the changes. A couple of them, right, is something very, somewhat futuristic, although it's been here since like 2012, is the blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, where people pay with magic internet money. Things made from electricity. Is this okay? Things made from electricity, right? So, or you're really interacting with people, or what we call NPCs. Hello. So sorry about that. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that it is evident in everything we are doing. You are no longer putting cash around. You are paying with zeros and ones. You are no longer only meeting people physically. You are talking to them on your phone. So the full digital economy is actually present and you are currently living it. It is not something out of the blue. It is your life now. So you have to pay attention. And the reason I say this because it is very serious. Because if you do not pay attention to what is going on, you will be left out. And that is what the new money conference is all about. It's about finding opportunities within this digital economy that enrich your life. I know a couple of, so we've gone through a string of stages, right? We've talked, the finance guys have spoken, the real estate guys have spoken, right? And now we're talking about the tech guys, right? So for us, right, our value here is going to be telling you how to make money with this digital economy. We are all about making money. The real estate guys can tell you about managing, and multiplying. In fact, I learned so much from them. But for us, it is important that we let you know how serious the digital economy is and how you should be taking advantage of it. You no longer have an excuse. You have the internet. You have YouTube. You have everything you need. Your failure and your lack of making money is your lack of discipline and not the digital economy, because it is here to stay. It's not going to change because you don't like it, because you're not going to go on Facebook. It doesn't care about you, but you have to take advantage of it. So I hope that helps.
All right, this question is for Deborah. Okay, so a lot of women say tech feels too complicated. I know a lot of women now going into this field. But from your own journey, how can women break into digital space without feeling they can't be who they want to be?
All right. Thanks for that question. I think I'm just going to answer by, I'll start by, saying a little bit, telling you a little bit about my story and journey into technology, the tech space. So, as I mentioned earlier, I started my career from banking, where I did initial 5 years of my time working in the banking industry. And of course, I had the opportunity to do quite a number of things in the bank. And when the time came, so I kind of stumbled into tech, right? Um, I don't think there was a point in time where I told myself, okay, I want to, you know, pursue tech. I just sort of found myself in tech, and that came from a lot of curiosity. So before I continue, I feel um, what usually pull people back is lack of confidence in something, and what you can do to build confidence is to build capacity. And how do you build capacity? You build your knowledge base, right? Because at the end of the day, you're limited by what you know. So when you are open-minded and you're open to learning, there's really no limit to what you can achieve. And so back to my story, um, tech happened to me post-COVID. I think COVID was a pivotal moment for a lot of people, including myself. And so during COVID, I started to explore a couple of things because at that time, we started to work remotely. So I was working from home because, I mean, my role at the bank didn't require facing customers. I was working in strategy at the time. And so I had some spare time in my hands to, check out other stuff. And I had this friend who is now my co-founder. He would always post about Bitcoin, about cryptocurrency. And I was like, hey, what's this thing? Like, tell me about it. And then we got talking. I remember when I went to Abuja, we had breakfast and I bought my first crypto. My first crypto was BNB, by the way. And then because I had my money in it, I started to really exploit, right? And at some point, I started to also fall in love with the technology behind it. And so out of curiosity, I would reach out to my friend. This technology seems interesting. And coming from a traditional banking background, like it was just very, very amusing to me. I'm like, this has to be the future of money, right? And so I fell in love with the technology, of course. I started to ask questions. And at some point, it was like, Debs, this thing you're saying makes sense. So, like, we can actually build something around this. And, before we knew it, we started to build something. Tech was new to me, not to even talk of blockchain or crypto. But what helped was being open-minded and being open to learning. I can remember how much research I had to do because when we started building and we started getting some form of interest from investors, then that pressure, there was that pressure to actually deliver, right? So I think for women who think that tech is complicated, tech might seem complicated to you because you really do not understand from a use case perspective. And I usually tell people, even blockchain, like people are like, this blockchain thing, what is it exactly? I would say don't see tech for tech. I mean, except you're a developer. But if you're venturing into anything, even tech or whatever it is, try to understand it from a use case perspective. How can this thing benefit me as a person? How can it benefit other people? And from a lot of research, it helps you to build knowledge. It helps you to build capacity. And that way, it also builds your confidence to really explore the space. Because again, you cannot really navigate what you do not understand. I say that a lot. So with understanding comes the confidence to take that step.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm very, very passionate about women. So that's why I just want to add my bit. And I see a lot of women here. Every time people say things like, oh, maybe it's difficult for women to thrive in tech, it's funny to me. And not because I work in tech, because I think that tech is one of the easiest fields for women to thrive. And I'll tell you why. First, what's the major difference between a man and a woman? There's a lot. Y chromosome. But I think that the major one is physical strength. Men have better physical strength to carry things. However, nobody's asking you to carry anything in tech. You don't need physical strength in tech. What you need is your brain. So I really think that that big divider that says the gender divide is not a problem to you as a woman. You have the same brain that the man has, so you can do it. And I know this because I actually started out as a field engineer. So I used to go offshore, I used to carry iron, and I struggled because I did not have the strength that the men had before I pivoted into. So in tech, you don't need physical strength. You just need your brain. And like Deborah said, you need to be willing to learn. The second part of it is women have this issue of, oh, when I start having children, and when I start in tech, you can work remote. That means that you don't need to look for, you may not need to look for where am I going to keep my child because I'm going to resume school. If you have somebody that watches your child at home, you will also be at home and you'll be doing your job. My last 2 jobs before my current job were remote. So for like 4 years, I was working from home. I didn't have to go anywhere. That is perfect for any woman who wants to be homely, wants to be at home to cook for your husband, whatever. It doesn't have to stop you from working. So I really think that tech is one of those fields that give women that equal playing ground. And forget all of the systems or whatever, as long as you come correct. Like Deborah said, you build your skills, you're not going to have it.
All right, thank you very much. I would like to have a live question from anyone from the audience. Anybody? Anybody wants to ask any question about tech? Anybody signify by raising of hands? All right.
Shadrach Felix is my name, and one of the reasons why I'm here is to actually meet somebody who will guide. All of our panelists are talking about learning, training, and I know half of the people here comes to meet somebody, meet that one person that will give them the training. So how can we go out? Personally, myself, how can I go out here with a hand on somebody's shoulder that will take me into tech, into Bitcoin, and into all this we are saying here?
All right. Okay, you have a question. I think we'll add up the 2. Okay, let's hear you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tamnoto Indapa, and I am a machine learning and AI engineer. I have seen situations from a builder's perspective where young people have these ideas and they want to build a product. And as tech-oriented people, they really don't have the funds or the capacity to employ developers or strategists or product managers and all of these people to work on the ideas that they've had. As tech enthusiasts, tech-oriented professionals, what would you advise a builder or a what's the word now? Someone who's looking forward to bringing up that idea into like reality. What would you advise him to do when he doesn't really have all the resources and everything that he needs to bring these things to life?
Right. Okay, one last question, then they can answer. Let's hear you.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Angel Emmanuel. I'm a voiceover artist and a writer. So my question is, I'm looking to start a career in tech and trying to figure out the best path. From your experience, what's one skill or area you'd recommend someone, a beginner like me, to focus on first?
Right. Seems you're not from here. You just got back. All right. This is Port Harcourt. All right. So who wants to answer? Anybody? All right. Okay.
I'm going to give the answer for, I don't know his name, and the other lady. Yeah. So if you ask me, I would say one of the core skills you need to learn, because I mean AI is here and makes everything really, really simple. One of the things I think you need to learn is prompt engineering. So what is prompt engineering? I'll go from the Bible perspective as we have the holiness here. So if you can remember when in the Bible, God said, let there be light, and then there was light. So God knew, like the metaphysical aspects of everything and how to turn his words into, physical objects. So that is one of the things I know or I believe you need to learn, because when you learn these things, you know how to properly, put your wordings into these AI agents or maybe these AI, models and the LLMs and the rest of them. And these models, when you properly prompt them on what you want to do, they will definitely give you, like a proper breakdown. For example, now you said you want to go around, getting developers, getting, product managers. I promise you, you actually do not need this thing, because if you understand how to prompt properly, you'd see AI becoming your product manager, becoming your developer, you understand, and then you move on to lovable, creating, these softwares and having an MVP, which you'd show to someone who would, like actually see the vision of what you're trying to build and possibly, give you the funding that you need, because they need a proof of concept to see that what you are trying to do is actually profitable or is actually makes sense in order to, like give you their money, because no one can give you their money out of, just in air when you're not in Silicon Valley, because you need to understand that you're in Nigeria, and Nigeria man, he needs to see what he's putting his money inside. Because I mean, if I can't see it, bro, I'm not giving you shit. You understand? Because that's basically how it is. I'm just going to be very, very honest with you. So you need to learn prompt engineering. I think if you know how to prompt properly, it's going to lead you into, becoming a better product manager, becoming a better project manager, becoming, a better developer, becoming a better, AI developer, and the rest of them. So yeah, you should put prompt engineering as the top. So once you, perfect your prompt engineering skills, I think you can, like get a rather thing done. Thank you.
Okay, I want to add to my brother that is talking from builder perspective. Yeah, dictate what we are in now is very very easy. Oh, sorry, I don't dey break my protocol. It dey very easy gone. When me I start to dey build for this space, I don't know anything about coding. I don't know how to code. I don't know anything about this stuff. Wetin I do be say, when I understand how blockchain dey work, and for you to learn more, you need to teach people, right? So I begin to dey teach people in Pidgin wey they go fit relate to it. From there, my secondary school mates, they were interested. We started learning together. We begin to learn together. From there, we find a problem. You understand? And these guys, they be my secondary school mates. And before you know, we thought, okay, wetin we say we fit build. We no go like collect much from us, but from our brain. Then we come together, go to event like this. We saw a problem and we begin to dey build. Secondary school mates you get. So what you need to do as someone be say, find people that maybe they are close to you, put them on. People dey always talk say, bro, put me on. Anything wey they do, wey they make money, put your guys on. Putting your guys on, we also like bring ideas to them and say, okay, bro, let's build this together. And before you know, people will begin to join you guys along the way. That's how you get to see developer. If they love what you are doing, they say, bro, I feel code for you now. Sure, you don't get developer, you get my work with you, you get that kind of stuff. That's how me and my guy, we've been able to like build a solid company that has been taking us around the world lately. Yeah, I hope that answered your question.
Yeah. So I just want to add something quickly, because I think from a tech perspective, there's always this focus on trying to get the MVP out. But there's a sales component to actually building a tech company. So I come from the sales place. For me, everything has to make economical sense. There's the unit economics for what you want to do. So for that reason, I would say you already have like prompt engineering, deliverables, and the rest. But are you truly making what people want? And if you just have that at the back of your head, what I want to make, is it what people want? Is it what people buy into? Do I understand the business model of it? Then hiring engineers and all of that would be like less of your worries. And then the amazing lady that I want to steal your voice anyway, but because I speak a lot and I would love to really just talk to a lot of persons and then get that kind of attention. However, I would love to say that I think there's always this misconception about what tech looks like.
you're a voiceover artist, I would almost say you're already in tech. You can you might not be a direct contributor to what tech looks like, but for if technological companies are using your voiceovers for anything, then I would say you are in tech. But some of the things I would advise you do would be consider things like how blockchain is now allowing people sell their voice and even like their identity for the things that people want to do. We at Brydge, we currently have an AI platform that allows businesses to translate their voice into like different languages, because we operate across 24 countries in Africa currently. And for that, we deal with customers that speak Swahili, customers that speak Hindu and all of Arabic, French, and the likes. And we want the voice to sound Nigerian, even if we want the voice to sound African, even if it's AI generated. And this is something I think you should look into, as it were. And then I don't want to hold on to the mic, but Chief, thank you so much. You mentioned looking for someone to hold your hand. First off, I'll always say, I think there's this demand or need to get a mentor. And I love that. I love that idea. But I also think that there's this self-individualism where you need to go find things by having the audacity to go get it. And by audacity, I mean like there's YouTube today where you can easily Google and find the things that you want. Because for mentors, people reach out to me and say, oh, I want you to be my mentor. And I'm like, I too small self to even be mentor to person. But that's not the case. The case is, I see this from people who want me to do the hard lifting for them. And, we're in 24 countries for a reason, meaning that I'm always in 24 countries for that reason. And I do not have, the time to do that. But I would give the time to people that you see that are now showing interest, that they've done the hard work to get to where you need them to be. And you know that your experience will now get them over the line, as opposed to, that dependency for me to now do the hard work for you. So that's my opinion. I'm on Instagram. I share a lot of insight on building across Africa. I'm not in tech. I'm not in crypto and the likes. I'm in real core business, not in internet money. So if you want to move goods across Africa, if you want to import across Africa, if you want to export across Africa, then Brydge is the platform to be. Thank you.
Okay. To you, young man, I want to answer your question. But before I go, I want to say a very big thank you to Holiness. I want to refer your words. I want to say you need to be, you are humble one. Trust you. It's about language, all right? Tech is not just all about programming language. I'm a blockchain developer. I'm also a cybersecurity personnel. Got that from Next for Universities, also certified by Binance Exchange. See, it's not just tech that you need, because you need to be humble one, and also to be trusted. So when you want to start, first, believe in yourself that you can do it, because I say to myself that I can do it. When you say to yourself you can do it, the next thing you need to do is look around you, all right? And don't look far, because we didn't look far, we look around us. And when you look around you, who are those your friends you can start with? At that point, you don't really need too much fund. You don't really need, just look around. Okay, hey, Mr. Emeka, this is my idea. Can you join me? Person will say, okay, let's give it a shot. You start from there. At the beginning, it might not be that simple and easy, but don't just give up, keep going. You see, when we started our first shot, we didn't get it, all right? We didn't get it. So, but we learned a lot from there. And we needed more people, more experienced people at that point. And we said to ourselves, hey, we have to go for more knowledge. There are something is lacking, all right? But because you were able to start for the first time, you have gained that experience, that knowledge, all right, with your friends. And while you were doing it, guess what? People are seeing you and you are building trust. Remember, one of the use cases of blockchain is to solve trust problem. All right? That is trust problem. Once you're able to solve the trust issue on yourself, people will start believing you. And people will like to come around you. Hey, I want to be part of what you are doing. And that is it. Sometimes you may not have all the knowledge, but once you get started and build that trust, it starts from there. And when we started DEX, it wasn't funny, it wasn't easy, but we keep building the trust. We keep building it, and here we are today. All right, as a blockchain developer, I needed to get more knowledge aside from the one I have. So what I did was I started making inquiry, I started researching, I go for knowledge. Even before I got into blockchain, I was a banker. When I got the information wasn't that popular the way it is now. But I needed someone that would carry me along. And God directed my step to a friend that I don't really know from Canada. I chatted him up, told him, sir, I really need this information very well. And the guy said to me, hey, where am I? I said, I'm in Nigeria. He said, oh, that was when I get to know this guy is from Canada. And I said, okay, how do I get this knowledge? He said, okay, don't worry. I have a boy in Nigeria here in Lagos. He will send me his contact. I said, okay, I'll be very, very happy. And guess what? He sent me his contact. I called him. The guy is based in Lagos. Guess what? I'm here in Aba, and I was working with them. And I was like, okay, how do we do this? And I never wanted it free. The guy charged me. Sure, he charged me $1,000. And we bargained it then. He said, I'll pay you $500. He wanted me to come down to Lagos. I said, no. And then dollar rate was 300 and something, I think thereabout. And the guy came down to Aba. I lodged him in a hotel. I got the knowledge just for 3 days. And that's all I needed at that point. And guess what? After that, we started our first company. I made money, we started our first company. It fell. We stopped there, we go again. And that was when I said, okay, finance is coming up. And I needed to get involved into finance. That was how I was able to, get into Binance, get into a program. And when I get into the program, that was when I become a satisfied blockchain developer, given to me by Season himself. And there was a case study there because we were able to build crypto decentralized insurance. And that was it. From all over, we came for the program. So you can do it.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. You wanted to say something? Just one last.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, yeah. So I didn't come here to talk about things I'm doing because I know you don't care. You don't need it. I came here to tell you guys how to make money. So for the lady that asked the question, the voiceover artist, first of all, your diction is very good. And I want to show you how to make your first 1 million naira from tech. Are you ready? And everybody too, if you are in the same category trying to start your career in tech, and you can talk like her. Let me see your hands up. If you can talk, okay, not like her, but you know how to talk, you know how to sell market.
She just got back. Oh.
All right, cool. So the first thing I will tell you is this, yeah. If you have a Twitter account, get on Twitter, do Twitter Spaces every Friday, and I'll tell you a particular blockchain company is called Base. Talk about what they are doing in Base. Go out, I can send you a website. You just go to maybe like just 4 products that are built on that blockchain. And if you do it for 3 months, you can get a grant of like $1,000. I'm not joking. Just on Twitter, once a week. Do it for 3 months consistently. My friend is a West Africa lead. I can tag him to be seeing your stuff. Do it for 3 months. How many months, guys? And you get how much? That's it. Thank you very much.
All right.
See, another thing be say, forget that phone voice. You understand? You know you to dey speak.
No,
like
she just got back.
Okay, she just go back. No, I'm like, sorry for that.
Yes.
If you feel like speak your own normal language, right? Go to this blockchain, pick some solid project, they educate people about them for your own language. your people wey fit relate, if dem dey interact with your tweet and they get impression, trust me, the project itself might hire you as their content creator. You get, yeah.
With your local dialect. All right.
Sorry, before you go, I just want to, sort of get a sentimental analysis. So this session is really about practical steps to make money, and this man is rushing us. Do you people want to make money? Do you people want to go? Tell this man to give us more time.
I'm not rushing
Right,
you.
so-
I'm a man of God.
And I think it's important. I don't want people to leave here and not gain anything.
All right.
Because you see the real estate sector, now 100 million naira you need. You see bank, now $5 million you go raise. But you see what this man has done. He has given you step to make $1,000. It is very important.
Is it what?
You meet him outside.
Go on Spaces. I was listening because I was learning. Go on Spaces.
You meet him outside.
Wait, no, this man, he will not rush short.
You meet him outside. Proximity.
Wait.
Get his phone number. Get his Twitter account. Get his
Mr. Amanda, give us
Instagram.
5 minutes.
Message him. You will meet him
Please, give us
outside.
5 minutes. Please. So he said, and I was listening, because me, whether I get money or not, I won't make $1,000. Go on Spaces, your Twitter account, beautiful voice. Start talking about Base. Base is a blockchain. They are new. They want to be in Africa. Talk about them. They will give you money. My man, you are doing, you're trying to get into creation. Here's what I'll do. I'll find $20, first of all, and I'll go to ChatGPT. I'll pay for their premium. Because let me tell you the truth, the people paying for free are not getting what you will get. So understand that you need a little amount of money to get started. So I'll pay for premium. And so you see that prompt engineering that he was saying that you should learn. I will tell the AI, see, this is what I want to build. Act like you are the smartest prompt engineer. How will I build this website? Break it down into steps. I don't want any hiccups. You see what I'll do next? I'll go to lovable.dev, bold.new, Replit. These are all, they've replaced developers. So I will take that prompt and I'll feed it step by step. Now I might get errors, but first things I'll get is the front end of the application I want to build. Now if you connect it to database, which is long story, it will give you. I'll now take it to Cursor. If you're a coder, one guy was talking about ID. I'll pay another $10 because how much does it cost me to hire a developer? $2,000. Now it's costing me $60 to build an app. That's the difference. And let me tell you, right, this is important because there are people that understand this and are getting so far ahead of you. While you're thinking about what do I do next? How do I get my friend who is a developer to build my app? You don't need your friend. You need $50 and the will to do it. Audacity.
Thank you very much.
Audacity. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, we never finished. Quotes. These quotes they cry.
Yeah, there are still a lot of minds that want to say one or two things, but time will not permit us. That's
right.
just the truth.
So what I want is let's have a little section of like product knowledge of some of the sponsors of this conference, yes. Right? And you can definitely connect with the speakers on this panel outside. We have a podcast room. You will listen to them. You will meet them. Again, proximity. You have access to them. Everybody here can meet you outside. You can get their phone number. You can call them and tell them that Andy Umana said that I should call you and you should tell me how to make $1,000. Again, my name is what?
Andy.
And I want you to do what? And at the end of this conference, you would have been moved from where? B is what? Thank you so much for this panel. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. We really appreciate everyone.
Thank you so much.
In this panel. Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for them, please. Put your hands together for them, please. Thank you.